Today, we're gonna look at crazy things from the past to remind us that now is the best time on Earth ever to live. I think. We'll see. This image is showing airplane seats in 1930. Nope, I would not get on that. The people who were getting on this had to have been like the daredevils, like the Red Bull guy that's jumping out of an airplane today.
He on X Games mode.
These are the people that were in this. I could not imagine that regular people were like, yeah, that looks like a good idea. So I've seen this before. These are baby cages that were used in the 1920s to have fresh air for children outside of their windows, and obviously you could see that's not very close to ground level. This, I don't think was fully normalized. I think it was more of a trend that they were trying, and then it stopped, probably for obvious reasons. That's terrifying.
This house is a prison!
As the father of a 9-month-old, I would not, is this the equivalent of that floor, I think in Chicago, and maybe there's some in other cities that have the glass, and you look down? I think that's a lot better than this. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Okay, some spooky stuff in the past. Full face swimming mask helped protect women's skin from the sun in 1920s. Okay. This is what roller skates in the 1920s looked like. Gotta give them a 10 out of 10 for creativity. I will say, wow, look at them go. Oh, okay, they got the little canes or the sticks or whatever to help them out. That's actually pretty impressive. This is what a school bus from 1927 looked like. I love the old style of the front. The way that the windows are just open. It doesn't look very safe, I just realized. How many kids are in one seat? What is going on there? How are the seats even looking inside of it? That's definitely not like the school buses today. I don't know. I mean, it was probably fine for back then. Cars were new, but now, I don't know. That would be sketch AF. This is called Solving a Parking Problem in Paris. And it looks like oh man. To be able to parallel park like that, why did that not stay as technology? That's super innovative for that time. That just looks, maybe that's why they stopped it. 'Cause they're just doing donuts in parking lots all day. Too easy.
That's too easy!
This is a vintage steam-powered carousel kettle. So the water goes in, turn the thing, the carousel is spinning. So I guess when you're heating it up, the carousel spins. That's actually really cool. I want one of those now. This is a 1940s manual razor sharpener. Oh, that's actually really cool. The creativity back then was really cool. I'm sure there's way easier ways to do this now. Okay, then he puts it back in and then it's gonna be sharp there. Huh. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is a picture of an all-terrain car in England in 1936. Boy, four-wheel drive did not exist back then, I can tell you that. How many wheels are there? There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, and it's got the platform, so I'm assuming definitely using it for different like farming things or whatever. But you know, the common pattern I'm finding here is that there was a lot of creativity back then to invent the most weird things to try and solve problems, and now it's just like, oh, we're gonna have AI do that. I'm sure a lot of people would have fun with that today. This is armor from a cavalryman directly hit by a cannonball while in the Napoleonic army. Oh snap, that definitely hurt. This is a 1920s hearse that was hand carved. What the fuck? This is a Victorian era radiator with a bread warmer. That is so cool, actually. Obviously, you don't need it now, but to have something that's already heating up something and be like, you know what? One guy was like, I want to heat up my bread and the only heat source I have is my radiator. How am I gonna do that? This is the answer. This is a reusable grocery list from the 1950s, meaning my grandparents were probably using this. I don't know if it was that common, but that's kind of cool. I mean, the equivalent of that now is like telling your Amazon Alexa to like add it to a shopping list, and it's nice to see all the things that would be common. Were you able to customize this, or were you just have, you know, baby food at the top? Like if you didn't have a baby, were you just like, oh, I'm just never gonna use that one? These are 3,300-year-old sandals from ancient Egypt. Why did you put so much work into the design of your sandals? I basically buy new sandals like once a year because they always break. Maybe these ones, they look a lot more durable, and I guess if they've lasted 3,300 years, they're probably pretty durable. This is a Victorian dollhouse from the late 1800s. And this definitely looks like a dollhouse that Sam and Colby have investigated, because I would not give my daughter that dollhouse. The design's cool, but it's definitely haunted. This is a This is a breast watcher from France in the 1930s. Why are you only washing your breast? Is that like after feeding a baby? You're like, I gotta wash my breast. A faceless beauty contest in California, 1936. That's a little crazy. Freckle removal? I'm good. This was a portable hairdryer from the 1940s. You tried. You tried 1940s civilization. A policeman judges an ankle competition in London in 1930. What is with this hiding women's faces and looking at their body parts? All right. Apparently, having black teeth in Japan between the 17th and 19th centuries was a traditional sign of beauty. And this is a picture showing what that looked like. Maybe it's a trend that'll come back. Oh, this is a hairdryer from the 1920s. I see why they did the portable one after a while, because this is not very portable. That doesn't look comfortable. A young woman holds her arms and legs in 4 water baths with electric current to improve blood circulation in 1938. Is this much far off from ice baths in today's world? This is interesting. This has been a very interesting video. So this is called a praxinoscope. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Invented in 1877. Uses a rotating drum and mirrors to create moving pictures. That is so freaking cool. Another thing we don't need, but wow, I would love to see one of those in person. This is a monowheel motorcycle. Kind of looks like something out of, am I thinking of Tron? There's something I'm thinking of, I don't know. It looks very futuristic even though it was back then. Why don't we have these now? That looks kind of cool, maybe dangerous. This is a love letter that was written in 1913 and it opens up as an art gallery. Did they make all the art inside? Because that's very thoughtful. Taking some notes from this person who wrote this. This is a Roman hologram effect ring found in the grave of 1st century AD noblewoman Aboitia Quarta. Definitely did not pronounce that right. The ring is thought to depict her son, Titus, who passed away at the age of 18. Very cool. Also very creepy. It's like someone's trapped in there. This is a pencil sharpener from 1896. Whoa. So it's called a planetary pencil pointer sharpener. I don't really understand what's happening here. I don't use pencils anymore. I barely even use pens. I just type things, but that's pretty cool. This was a newspaper that was faxed in 1938. Wow, all the kids like looking at the different pieces of it. Fax machines are so crazy in general. Man, have we come far. Damn. An 1868 hand crank apple peeler. Wow, that was very fast. That looks like that gets dirty very quickly though. And not an easy way to wash that. But hey, I mean, that makes a fun video for me to look at in 2025. Vampire killing kit. Yeah, that looks about right. A Roman rock crystal gaming dice marked 1 to 6, just like any modern dice. 1st to 2nd century AD. That's really cool looking. Dice are basic now.
You're basic.
A skeleton rocking chair from the 19th century. A bat lantern from 1930. You know, therapy, I guess, wasn't much of a thing back then, so they just made some weird stuff. Oh, I think I've seen this one before. I've made a video about this. A 2,000-year-old sapphire ring believed to have belonged to a Roman emperor. Has another person inside of the ring. I mean, maybe, should I have put my wife in my ring? I don't know. This is a robot bar, which is hilarious, because when was this? This was, okay, 1969. I guess that's about when people were thinking about robots, but we still don't have robots doing this in our houses. We're very close, it seems like. Anti-distraction helmet from 1925. The Isolator, created by science fiction writer Hugo Gernsback, was a wooden helmet designed to block 95% of ambient noise. I love the oxygen tank with it. I wonder if that would work today with like everyone being distracted by the internet. I don't think so. This is a 1920s toaster. I've seen this before for sure. Do a little flippy do there. It's crazy, like 1920 was 100 years ago, basically, and this is how we were doing things. A 1960s coin sorter. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, is it by size? That's cool. Doesn't matter anymore because we're getting rid of coins, and I don't think they even make pennies anymore, but that's useful. And then they probably put them in those little baggies. I remember those. That's cool. I would use that today. A candle snuffer from the 1840s. Oh, so you just put that. Wait, what? Oh, that's cool. Once it gets to a certain point, it closes up. It's like a Venus flytrap. That's very unique. We should have that now. Musical knives dating to the early 1500s. They have musical scores engraved on their blades. Each knife matched a vocal range like soprano, tenor, letting banquet guests sing together before or after meals. That seems like something for sure out of a TV show. Honestly, I don't even think a TV show would be creative enough to come up with this. I don't think we would have seen this in Game of Thrones or something like that. It's so interesting to think about all the things that happened hundreds of years ago that we just have no idea what actually went down. I mean, the winners write history, but also there wasn't much ability to keep record of everything. Like even the fact that our records of weather history is like only 100 years old. Man, Sorry, this gave me a moment there. That's cool. This is the book wheel, which is a 300-year-old library tool. Wow, you could have 7 books open at once. Comedian Mark Normand dubbed it the original too many tabs open. I see it. Could use that in my office here. This is a 16th century ring that turns into an astronomical sphere, which is crazy for the 16th century, because I think that's when we were just starting to find out that the Earth was not flat. Sorry if you think it's flat, it's not. That you might see in Game of Thrones. That looks like the intro to Game of Thrones. Okay, this is pretty crazy. This is showing the insane flexibility of 15th century armor, and I have to admit, that is crazy, because when I think about armor like this, it's very stiff and you can't bend it, but they figured it out way back then. Look at how it goes left and right. That's crazy. This is a ring from the 16th century that has a castle on it. Very interesting and cool, unique ring. This axe is from Japan in the 14th century, and it has heart designs on it, which just reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Good vibes. Probably used to do not good vibe things, but whatever. That's it. That took a lot out of me, seeing some of that stuff. I do feel like now I would like to live in this time period. I think I learned that in history, there are a lot of very creative people. Like creating random things, and maybe 100 years from now someone will be reacting to this video because they're laughing at all the things that we have in 2025. All of our AI overlords, probably. Cool. All right, well, goodbye.